book printing and pricing is really an important consideration, particularly if you're doing a color book, which this one is. And so one of the things you always have to make a decision about is whether you're going to use print-on-demand technology, which is a great asset to an author because you're not required to print any books ahead of time. They're only printed as they're ordered. Or are you going to use offset printing, which is where you actually order a quantity, and in most cases at least has to be 1,500 books. Now for a lot of authors, they're not going to sell 1,500 books, and they don't have the capital to make that investment. But if you think you're going to sell 1,500 books, you can usually get your book price much lower, and in some cases even a higher royalty. So you need to keep that into consideration as you're going through. The other thing you want to be mindful of is if you're going to use print-on-demand color book pricing is always much higher, just because the ink cost and the paper cost is very different. And so sometimes I've talked to authors and they'll have a book and they'll want to put one color photo in it. If you just put one color photo in it, you now have to go to a color press. So I just had a conversation with an author on Friday and said, you really want to think through if you're going to have color photos or black and white photos, because it will change the book pricing. So.